Time now for the Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.
Let us say that you are a drug kingpin in a coastal city in Venezuela. You got the stage set? You ready to go?
See?
And you're look, he's already got his head wrapped around the roll. So drug kingpin Miguel Gallagher is saying, "Come sail away, boys. I've got this boat. We're going to go from Caracas. We got just a boatload of drugs. We're headed for South Florida. Come sail away. I need a crew. Who's with me? Come, vámonos." What do you think the response is going to be?
Well, these days, I think they'll probably think twice. Here's what's really wild about this. You and I talked briefly about this yesterday, and I'm letting this all sink in. We have a political party in America that is defending and supporting and propping up and siding with narco-terrorists.
Yeah.
We are absolutely, that's where we are right now. We are watching all the big shots of the Democrats say, look, it's terrible to kill narco-terrorists. I don't know if you know any parents of kids who have overdosed, but I happen to. In fact, I will share, very close friends who have lost a son and a daughter to fentanyl overdoses, okay? Now, ask those parents what they think about the Democrats siding with narco-terrorists. Ask the parents of the kids who have overdosed in America what they think about Trump's bold, brazen attempts to stop this flow of deadly drugs entering the United States. Why didn't we hear anybody screaming about due process for Osama bin Laden? They put about 9 bullets between his eyes, and they threw the body out to sea. They didn't even care. They didn't give him the guy a funeral. Well, I didn't hear anybody bending over backwards upset about, oh, that's right, that was on Obama's watch. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. That's the difference. And it's sickening, and it's disturbing, and it's disgusting. We're looking at Tennessee, a special election where this absolute stone-cold lunatic is evidently neck and neck with the Republican. What?
Afton Bain, who said, I hate country music. I hate I learned what something is called. She said something about the bachelorettes. And also, you know what a pedal tavern is?
No.
A pedal, P-E-D-A-L, pedal tavern.
Yeah.
I should have been able to put this together. You ever sit somewhere, I'm sure they have them somewhere in the Gulf Coast where you are. I think I've seen one, up and down the streets of Legacy and Plano or something like that. You put a bunch of people on a thing that they pedal. It's like a big bar on a long bicycle. And
they have those in St. Pete. Yeah, I've seen those around town.
See, that is a pedal tavern. Something I will never do, because sometimes I like to ride a bike and sometimes I like to drink. I don't ever want to do both of them at the same time. It's like, what?
Seems like a lot of work.
If I want a margarita, I want a margarita.
Yeah.
If it's time for a bike ride, it's time for a bike ride, and ne'er the twain shall meet.
That's like having a nice meal, but you got to do the dishes too.
Exactly.
Who wants to do all that work?
Jumping Jack's dessert. No, these are things that just don't. So she has talked about how she hates many things, but then didn't she say, wait a minute, that was when I was a private citizen.
Okay, that makes it better.
Meaning you didn't mean it. So she's up against a guy named Matt Van Epps. This is has been a reliable Republican district. I haven't paid a lot of attention to Van Epps. Is he okay? Please tell me he's a good candidate and should win. And it's not one, because every once in a while we lose, and it's because our candidate was crappy or said something wacky, and it makes me insane. I think this guy's solid.
Well, I was making the mistake of reading about the redistricting, because this was a redistricted congressional seat, but somehow it is. They say it's backfiring. It has something to do, and I know what I don't know. I don't fully understand all the nuances of redistricting, but according to the smart kids over at the Washington Post and the New York Times, they're claiming that this is an example of redistricting backfiring on Republicans. In other words, they count on like one particular segment of the population and the black vote, and then the black vote turns out differently. I don't get, because here in Florida, DeSantis is calling for a special session, and they're going to try to redistrict here in Florida. They should be doing it all over the country, because look, we can't lose the House. Nope. My gosh, we're going to be in such trouble if we lose the House. and God forbid the Senate. I mean, you want to talk about a country going up in flames?
Well, we've got a drama right here in Texas. This story we're kind of breaking here this morning, and we'll get fully broken, so to speak, tomorrow. What if in a district like Texas 32 in North Dallas, once held reliably by Pete Sessions, then they redrew it for Democrats? That's how you get Colin Allred, and Julie Johnson is there now.
Right.
It's been redrawn. It's more Republican friendly. But it would be really great if we picked up Texas 32, if we made it Republican again. What would we think? What should voters think if, in order to solidify the likelihood of getting Texas 32 back into a comfortable Republican status, an existing, well-known California congressman who's about to be voted out of office because of that state's redistricting came here and ran? Word is all out that Darrell Issa is going to come run in of Southern California fame. The dude's been around forever. He's going to run and just like unpack his boxes and run in Texas 32. He is on the show tomorrow at 8:05.
Good.
I will ask him to make that official if he chooses to.
Wow.
So do the locals go, dude, who are you? Or do they go, oh, thank God, this is great. This is somebody with a name and a track record.
Well, I'm already getting feedback to the question you and I are asking about this candidate, the Republican candidate in
Matt Van Epps.
Matt Van Epps. They say he's a total rhino.
Right.
He's a rhino. He's not a great. But
he
rock solid conservative. He's But look, I mean,
is he better than Afton Bain?
Well, that's the thing. Of course he is.
So that's the only question. Would I love for everybody, to be Louis Gohmert? Sure, I would. But
we're not going to get Louis Gohmert's rate. Although we could, I don't think the Republican Party has the stomach for it. But look, this is the reality we're at. The Democrat Party has spun into this sort of Mad Hatter lunacy. They don't have enough seats at the Luigi Mangione trial for all of his fans. He's got so many fans and supporters. I read this morning. My jaw hit the floor over at the Daily Beast, and every morning is the Daily Beast. Oh, Trump was unhinged. Trump's blah blah blah. Their analysis of the first day of the Luigi Mangione trial. They played the video as part of the evidentiary hearing in court of him stalking this young husband and father, the CEO of United Healthcare. Strolling right down a street that I go down many, many times out there by the Sheraton, in the 6th Avenue there in Midtown Manhattan, and goes up and pumps him full of bullets from the back. Just an assassination from as cowardly and as sick and as evil an act. And they said that judging by Luigi Mangione's facial expressions as he watched himself do it on video yesterday, that he's absolutely feels completely justified in doing what he did. 100%. He nodded his head. He looked with great amazement at his own actions, like almost a thumbs up. Yep, I saw you. And he's got people lining up agreeing with him. Like this is
in the pre-coverage of this, I was watching one of the dudes on Fox outside the courthouse saying, "Well, they're about to come into the courthouse, and the supporters are already gathering outside the courthouse." Supporters, and there was who's the group? The group is called People Over Profits. Okay, I can see where they're coming from. Great, and I can see
we ought to have people over profits.
Absolutely, I could see finding harmony, some Venn diagram overlap. But the bottom line is they feel that Luigi Mangione was justified because every once in a while something really bad happens to someone who is denied coverage.
Well, then shoot the CEO. Then shoot the CEO. Let's kill the CEO. Look, you don't like grocery prices? Go down and get the meat market guy and just blow him away. Just go shoot him because grocery prices are too high. This is the madness of today's Democrat Party. They're on the side of killers, stone cold assassins, narco terrorists, lunatics in Nashville who don't even like country music. But by the way, more seriously than the country music thing that she's famous for, she hates cops. She hates the police.
They asked her, do we need, what was the question asked of her in one of the debates? It was like, do we need more cops or would you?
Depends on what the people think.
Depends on what they say. Well, ask the voters. We need more mental health. Of course, we need more mental health.
We need more mental health. Let's start with you, lady.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel. Stay informed anytime, anywhere with the Salem News Channel and 9:30 a.m. TheAnswer.com. This has been The Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.